when people come to these global internet governance forums like the APrIGF, people get a flavor of the different discussions which are happening from diverse stakeholder communities. Now, when they look at it, sometimes many of the discussions are common, but some are very country-specific. I think it's a lot of discussion about the digital divide and also content issue and the cybersecurity issue, and of course AI as well. Taiwan we are manufacturing a lot of IT devices, and I think it's very important for us to understand, how we manufacture might help to reduce, to close the gap, between the different level of, it's a digital divide.
When we look at Pakistan, people connect through Facebook to the internet rather than a web browser. It's like 60% people of the whole internet traffic are connecting to the internet through WhatsApp, through Instagram, through Facebook. So that really tells you the dynamics of accessibility changing with time. So let's say if people started connecting through AI apps, so they would be only dependent on AI apps to actually give them the so-called correct information. So how correct is that information?
Bangladesh now is booming in e-commerce sector nowadays, but there is a misunderstanding e-commerce and F-commerce. F-commerce means Facebook commerce. Government need to focus on that part. Don't encourage women in the F-commerce. They should be in the mainframe business. We need to change our mentality. We need to bring women in the leadership position. We need to bring in the policy level. We need to bring in women in the technology.
India has improved in terms of its technological infrastructure, connectivity. The adeptness of people with respect to using technology has also enhanced. But given the natural pre-existing social stigmas and the social restrictions that women and other marginalized genders face, that tends to replicate itself naturally in the online space as well. Any sort of empowerment program would need a lot more implementation resilience. As more and more women get access to the technology, it is going to be directly boosting the country's GDP and digital economy's resilience as well.
If you look at it from a development perspective, most economies, particularly developing economies, they have a very large program in and around rural development or regional development. And then I asked them the question, okay, to do all that, do you need the internet, right? And they said, yes. And when we start talking about rural or regional development, let's ensure that that conversation includes the need for internet connectivity and digital connectivity.
In this very occasion, at the Asia Pacific Regional Internet Governance Forum 2024, we get the opportunity to organize in other editions of the Asia Pacific Youth Internet Governance Forum. And so now this year, they're trying to come up with a 3-year plans that lists out on different aspects on how we evolve the regional youth IGF, as well as how we help with the local YIGF to thrive. And for those who do not have a YIGF, we want to leverage the power of the network we have here to help with more outreach and help them.
The youth very much want to engage, and yet they find that the spaces, they don't know where to engage, or they don't know how to engage in trying to push for change and to push for revisions of policies or to reconsider policies that admittedly in this day and age are being used towards censorship. We need to give them more spaces to do so. Not just spaces to interact with multiple stakeholders, but also spaces for them to convene and to share these experiences.
But everything is so important, to have, different group, to share, to engage, so that we can understand each other's, priority, value. So when we talk about, the internet governance or internet policy, we can understand we need to have more inclusion, in our discussion and policy as well. We get representation from the society so that they can go and become ambassadors or champions. Igniting that flame is very important.